Hello, and welcome to today's Booty Poppin' Birthday Yoga Flow for the one and only Jonathan Jordan. The only necessities for today's class is just like our birthday boy, an uplifting spirit, and a delicious booty. We have the wonderful Abelard dressed in his finest to join us for the birthday festivities today, and I hope you enjoy this class. Starting in downward facing dog. Spread the fingers and squeeze the floor to pull energy up into your shoulders as you then lift your knees and your hips. Holding here for 5 full breaths as you settle into this pose, pulling energy from the ground into your shoulders. You can even bend one knee at a time to pedal out into the calves and the back of the legs. Taking 3 more full breaths in and out through the nose. And bring your knees down, feet together, knees wide, child's pose. Here in your child's pose, sucking your arm bones back into their socket by pulling your shoulders away from your ears. You can even come up onto the fingertips to feel strength in your hands, strength into your shoulders, rounding in the low belly, forehead is down onto the mat, holding here for 5 full breaths. Breathing deep into your back, filling up all the way to your hips. Arms active, shoulders pulling away from the ears. Last full breath. Plant your hands back down onto the ground and lift back up into downward facing dog. Second set, 5 full breaths, still in and out, smooth through your nose, connecting in with your breath. Facial muscles relaxed, jaw is relaxed. One more full breath. And taking it back down one more time for child's pose. Knees wide, feet together, arms extending forward. Feel free to take your arms and shoulders as wide as the mat as you need, so you can once again feel that pull back and plug in of your arm bones to the socket. Fingertips or flat hands, both are fine. 5 full breaths, breathing into your back, down into your hips, filling up your torso, using your breath to get a stretch from the inside. Last full breath. Walking your hands up to come upright to a seat. From here, we're going to take the knees all the way together. Tuck under the toes, take your feet together, and sit back hips to heels. This way, you're going to get a stretch on the bottom of your feet and also your hip flexors. And now we're going to work on some shoulder openers with eagle arms. So, holding this seated position to continue working on the strength and mobility of your ankles, feet, and hips. We'll then take the arms out wide to the side, palms facing outward as you pull your shoulder blades in toward one another. Take one deep inhale. And then exhale, reach your right arm across and hook your left arm to pull. Keeping your right arm as straight as you can. Shoulder moves down away from the ears. Rib cage moves down. 1 full breath. And on your next inhale, arms open back up. Palms facing away, shoulder blades squeeze, and exhale, reach your left arm across, hooking that with your right. Left arm as straight as possible, shoulders away from the ears, rib cage down. 1 full breath. And on the next inhale, open your arms up wide to the side. Exhale, reach your right arm back across, but now see if you can hook that left arm, wrapping it around and clasp onto the fingertips. You can also grab onto the wrist or return to the side stretch position. If you have full eagle arms, pressing your palms in toward one another, squeezing your elbows in toward one another. Then they start to lift up. Your forearms move away. Rib cage stays down as your chest then lifts and your arms reach up and away. Holding here 5 full breaths. Creating that squeeze to get the compression through the arms, which will then have a nice release of blood flow as we return. One more full breath. And on the next inhale, releasing the arms, open up. And exhale, we'll cross the left over top of the right, wrapping around either eagle arms or any of those variations in between. Squeezing my palms and forearms together as well as my elbows. As I then start to reach my elbows up, forearms away, rib cage down, 5 full breaths. Deepening this pose. After each breath, seeing if you can reach your chest up to the ceiling, to the sky a little bit more. See if you can squeeze your arms a little bit more or move your shoulders away from your ears. One more full breath. And releasing the arms down beside you. Linking up some breath with our shoulder movements. Inhaling, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale, roll them back and down. 4 more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last 2. And 1. All right, maybe your feet are screaming for some relief. And so we're going to flip the feet now so the knuckles or tops of the toes come down, like the tops of the toenails. Still squeezing the legs together. Sit back, hips to heels. If this is enough, staying here for 5 full breaths. Otherwise, to go a little bit deeper, you'll take your hands behind you. Start to lean your upper body back so you can feel a stretch on the front of the shins. And then even deeper as you're working with this, lifting the knees off the ground. Maybe even hands free. 2 more full breaths. And knees coming back down. Taking your hands forward, and we'll do each one more time. Flipping the feet one more time so the knuckles of the toes pressing down. Getting a stretch on the bottom of the feet. Here, we'll add where you take your hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Keep those arms squeezing in toward one another, especially the elbows. Maybe even the elbows will remain a bend the whole time, and that should help you feel more stretch across the front of your chest. Otherwise, to deepen this, pressing your arms as straight as you can, lifting the chest. 1 more full breath here. And releasing the clasp of the hands and taking it to one last stretch of the front of the shins by flipping the feet the other way. Leaning back, pausing here if needed. Otherwise, going into the full expression by taking the hands behind you, lifting the knees. And to deepen this on the front of the shoulders, you can just start to also walk your arms back a little bit farther, pressing your arms straight, lifting your chest. And 1 more full breath. Knees slowly come back down, hands come forward. Take a moment to do a few ankle circles after all that foot opening and ankle work. Circling your feet one way and then the other. This also might be a great position to add a little booty pop in there. Special JJ's twerk. Very good. Nice. Now, maintaining feet together and knees together, tuck under the toes one last time and start to walk your hands back to guide you into lifting the knees off the ground. Maybe you can start to practice rocking back, heels coming toward the ground. We'll practice 5 rocks here. You can even push the floor away with your hands. One more time. And coming back down. Now, keeping your hands very close to your knees, turn so the fingertips point toward you and press your hands down into the ground. Now, as you start to rock back, lifting your knees, we'll get a stretch on the front of the forearm. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears and the elbows as straight as possible will help continue to get that stretch. And rocking in and out of a deep squat. Wrist stretch, ankle stretch, foot stretch, definitely a hip stretch. One more time. Returning to the start position, and now we'll flip the wrist so the palms will face the ceiling, fingertips still point towards you. If this is too intense, you can do one at a time, but otherwise you're going to take both of your back of your palms down to the ground, pressing your elbows straight, shoulders away from the ears, and then begin to sit back. Now feeling a deep stretch on the front of the forearm. This one might just be good enough to sit back and forth. If you did want to go a little bit deeper, you can start to lift maybe one knee at a time, even both knees. Rocking in and out, maybe even side to side as needed. And we'll go one more breath. Excellent. Sitting up, and now same as we did with the feet, we'll take a few wrist circles. Just exploring that new opening of those joints. And circle the other way. High five a friend. And then we'll return to downward facing dog. Now actively squeezing with your hands, spreading those fingers and pulling energy up into your shoulders. Shoulders move away from the ears as your arm bones spiral, pressing straight. If your hamstrings are feeling extra tight, you can always have a bend in your knees, reaching your hips up. Now we'll take 3 more full breaths here. Inhale, looking to the top of your mat. Step your left leg forward, your right leg forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shin bones, chest lifting. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise, you rise. Hands draw line through heart center. Coming to the top of your mat, we'll take some sun salutations here to just generate a little bit more heat. Take this at your own pace and smooth it out by linking up the breath with each movement. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shins. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down, step or jump back. And either knees down or straight legs, chaturanga. Inhale, lift up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lower. And inhale, tucking under the toes. Press through chaturanga to downward facing dog. We'll hold here for 3 full breaths. Inhale, looking to the top of the mat. Step the right leg forward, the left leg forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, arms rise, you rise. Hands draw line through heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Planting the hands, step or jump back. Knees bent or straight, chaturanga. Inhale, lift up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lower. And inhale, push the floor away through chaturanga, downward facing dog. 3 full breaths. Inhale, looking to the top of your mat. Step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms rise, you rise. Hands draw a line through heart center. One more time. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward facing dog. 3 full breaths. Pressing your arms straight. Breathing into your torso. On the next inhale, reach your right leg straight up to the sky. And exhale, swoop it forward, plant the right foot down to the top of the mat, and bring your left knee down, rising up, low lunge. From here, both hip points pointing forward, squeezing the front right knee in toward the midline as you send the weight forward into the right foot. Left glute is definitely engaged to help stabilize, and enjoy a stretch on the front of the left hip. From here, we're going to take a twist to the right. I'm reaching my left arm forward and my right arm back. Holding here for 3 full breaths, reaching forward and extending with the left arm, reaching back and twisting with the right. One more full breath. And inhale, coming back to center, reaching your arms up, lifting your chest. Taking this now through a flow where we'll continue to twist. So you're going to inhale, reach up, and exhale, twist, reaching your right arm back and your left arm forward. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, twist. 3 more times, linking it up with your breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Last time, deepest time. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, twist. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then from here, forward fold, plant your hands down. Lift the back left knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up to the sky. Exhale, swoop it forward, plant the left foot down. Right knee comes down, lift up, low lunge. Hair adjustments if needed. Inhale, reaching your arms up, squeezing your left knee into the midline, pushing your hips forward to find weight into the left foot, but also an enjoyable stretch on the front of the right hip. Taking an inhale. And on your exhale, twisting to the left, reaching your right arm forward and your left arm back to help deepen the twist. Hold here for 5 full breaths, sending the weight forward. Keep working on the twist, and you can even look over your left shoulder. One more full breath here. And inhale, coming back to center, reaching your arms up, lifting your chest. And making this a dynamic twist by exhaling, reaching your right arm forward, your left arm back, twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. One last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms come back to center. Forward fold, hands plant down. Lift the back right knee. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees, swoop that right leg forward, plant it down. And from here, you're going to begin to press the right leg straight, Parso Tanasana. As you're here, just like the twist, we're going to start to walk the left hand to the right side. The closer it gets to that right foot, the more we want to engage the core, pulling belly button in and even finding some rounding. to keep that balance and stability, to then maybe take the left arm all the way to the outside of the right foot. Working here for 3 full breaths, finding that twist, hamstring lengthening on the right. And after that 3rd breath, take your right arm either into your right hip or up to the sky. Hold here, 3 full breaths. Untwist, right arm coming back down to the ground. Even out the hands, bend the right knees, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up to the sky. Bend the left knee, swoop the leg forward, plant it down in between the hands. Left leg begins to straighten, Parso Tanasana. And with each breath, you're then starting to walk the right hand closer to the left foot, finding that engagement of your core, similar to that twist. Maybe you even start to get the right hand all the way to the outside of the left foot. One more inhale, exhale, and then we begin to twist. Left hand maybe coming into the left hip crease, left arm going up to the ceiling. Pick and choose your party position for the day. 3 full breaths. Engaged in the core for balance and stability. One more full breath. Slowly coming out of your twist. Hands coming back down to plant onto your mat. Bend the left knee and step back, downward facing dog. Looking to the top of your mat, step or jump. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. In this forward fold position, we're going to look for hands to go underneath of our feet. If that's not available, you can always hold on to your shins or even just grab onto the feet, wherever's available. And then if so, we're going to go a little deeper by taking the back of the wrist onto the ground, so the palm will be palm to foot palm onto the ground on both sides. You can heel toe your feet so they don't have to be exactly touching. They can be a little bit apart, because from here, we're just going to use that tension to pull your shoulders away from your ears, finding a little bit more stretch on the back of your legs and even through your back. And then using our breath to guide us, you're going to inhale, bend both knees, reach your hips back and down, and then exhale, press your legs straight. So to keep my arms on the inside of my legs like a deep squat, I'm just going to heel toe my feet a little bit wider. Maybe you need to do that as well. And then inhale, deep squat, knees pressing out, lifting the chest. That's better. Exhale, press the legs straight, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the chest. Exhale, press the legs straight, forward fold. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Last time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. And releasing the hands from underneath the feet. Keeping your feet wide apart. You're going to start to bend the knees, reach the hips back and down. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Holding here 5 full breaths. Strong in your legs, shoulders pulling back and down, and breathing deep into your belly. Filling up all the way around. One more full breath. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands draw a line through heart center. Shifting the weight to your right. Lift your left leg off the ground and now step it back into a high lunge. Woo! If needed, you can always take the left knee down. Otherwise, we're pressing it straight, pressing back through your heel, squeezing your booty poppin' elements in the back so you can feel a stretch on the front of the left hip, sending the weight forward into the right foot while still squeezing into the midline with the right knee. Inhale, reach your arms up, and now we're going to begin to twist again. Exhale, reach your right arm back, left arm forward, and inhale, back through center. As you continue to twist, imagine pulling your shoulder and your hip from the opposite side together so you can feel that connection of your core. You're strong and rooted in your legs. Inhale through center and exhale, twist. That main core connection will help you along with your balance. One more time. And looking good on your camping trip. Inhale back through center. Now pressing your right leg straight, we're going to initiate our Parso Tanasana with a twist. So from here, I'm going to rotate the torso slightly to the right and then begin to reach the left arm down onto the outside of the right foot and my right arm up to the ceiling. Holding here 5 full breaths. Engage through my core. Rotating, using my abdominal muscles to help twist me left shoulder to right hip. One more full breath. From here, lifting, back through center. You might wobble just like I did, and that's okay. And we'll bend the right knee, reach your arms forward, stand back to the top of your mat, mountain pose. Inhale, shifting your weight to the left, stepping your right leg back, pressing it straight or bringing it down to the ground if needed. And the more I press back through my heel and engage my buttocks, sending the weight forward into the left foot while squeezing my left knee in, the more I'll feel anchored and strong in my legs. Inhale, reaching both arms up. And exhale, twist. Reaching the left arm back, right arm toward the left hip to engage that twist, using my core muscles to help pull. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Returning to center, reaching your arms up, pressing your left leg straight. Twisting your torso to the left to pull that right shoulder and left hip toward one another. And then forward folding into a revolved Parso Tanasana, taking the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Left arm starts to reach up. Pressing the knuckles of the toes down into the ground will also help that balance. And pulling opposite shoulder to hip, engaging through the core and pressing that left leg straight. Holding here for 2 more breaths. And untwisting, reaching your arms up. Maybe one is more graceful than the other, and that's what makes it so beautiful and so yoga. Stepping the right leg up to the top of the mat, mountain pose. Taking one deep breath here, breathing down into your hips, getting grounded in your mountain. Wonderful. Now, taking your right knee, bend your right knee, lift it up and towards your chest and pull it towards you. Finding that left leg straight by once again pressing your heel through the ground, straightening your knee, squeezing your booty popper, embracing your core by rib cage moving down. Still breathing full into your belly and around in your back. Holding here for 1 more full breath. If needed for balance, you can keep your hands on your legs. Otherwise, reach your arms up by your ears. Keep that right knee in towards your chest. Press your left leg straight. 1 full breath. Now start to kick that right leg back. Reach your arms forward, bow forward, warrior 3. Hips are in line, pressing your left leg straight, reaching your right leg actively back, lifting your chest, using your back muscles to keep yourself engaged in your warrior three. One more full breath here. Bend the right knee, pull the knee in towards your chest, coming upright. And we'll go one more time. Kicking that right leg back, bow forward. Warrior three. Chest is upright, arms are engaged. Inhale, bend the right knee, pull it in towards your chest, stand up tall. And exhale, right leg goes down, arms come down. Woo, getting sweaty. Sending the weight now to the right foot. Bend the left knee, pull it in towards your chest, hold it. As you're there actively pulling it in, you're focusing on pressing that right leg straight, pressing your heel through the ground, squeezing your booty popper to lift your chest, standing tall and strong. Rib cage is down, but still full breaths into the torso. One more full breath here. And either keeping on if you need for balance, otherwise reaching your arms straight up by your ears, shoulders away from the ears, right leg is straight, left knee is pulling in, one full breath. And then tipping forward, kicking the left leg back, active in your left leg as well as the right, chest is lifted, upper back engaged, warrior three. Bending that left knee, pull it in towards your chest, reach your arms up, stand tall. And kicking the left leg back, reaching your arms forward, warrior three. Active in the back left leg, pressing the right leg straight, engage through your core to keep yourself lifted and balanced. And bending the left knee, pulling it in towards your chest, standing tall. And releasing the left leg down, arms down. Take a couple big shoulder rolls. You can shift your hips, give a little booty pat. Now, taking this pose a little bit deeper, we're now going to go into a standing hand to big toe pose. So, I'm going to take the right knee in toward the chest, pulling it in with my arms, and trying to get the left arm onto the outside of the right foot. That cross connection of keeping your core engaged, pulling in toward one another. And then from there, you're going to begin to press your right leg straight. So I'll come back to the top of my mat. If you do need to grab your shin or a strap or a belt or whatever you have, pressing your left leg straight, lifting your chest, pulling your left arm away from your ear, reaching your right arm back, and then you can start to twist as you want to deepen this pose by looking over your right shoulder. Okay, Abelard. One more full breath. And then begin to bend the right knee, pull it in towards your chest, and come back down. Shaking it out, twerking it out. Booty popping yoga. And we'll go to the other side. Bending the left knee, pull it in towards your chest. Reaching across with the right arm and grabbing onto maybe the outside of your foot, shin, maybe even just the knee, and keeping a bend in it. Or if we go full expression, you're going to start to press the left leg straight, press the right leg straight, pulling your right shoulder and your left hip together so you get that cross connection. Using your core to help you balance. And then beginning to deepen the twist by reaching your left arm back behind you, maybe even looking over your left shoulder. Two more full breaths. And then bend the left knee, untwist yourself, and the left leg comes down. Taking a moment, once again, shaking it out, any tension that you were holding to balance. And then inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands draw line through heart center and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant the hands, either step or jump back. Feel free to take a flow, chaturanga flow if you'd like, or hold plank. One more full breath as you move through your vinyasa or holding plank. And pushing back, downward facing dog. One more deep inhale and exhale. Bringing your knees down to the mat. You can kick your feet off to the side so you can come to sit on your buttocks, and then we're going to lie down on our back. Knees are bent, feet are on the ground, pushing the low back slightly into the ground so you can feel your rib cage pull in and down like there's a corset, and it allows you to breathe deep into your belly. Also allows us to create some tension from the start. And then now we're going to make little Charlie Angels hands, taking our palms together. Or you can always be peaceful and just do a peace sign, whatever you like. From here, then I'm going to lift my shoulders and head and reach through my legs and lower back down. Now I'm going to reach up and over to my right, back down, and up and over to the left. We're going to keep doing those crunches, getting that core active, pushing your feet down into the ground for stability. Right, back down, and left, back down. Through the center, to the right, to the left, to the windows, to the walls. Corny jokes. And one more time. Through the center, back down, to the right, back down, and to the left. Back down. Nice. Taking your knees in towards your chest, cross your ankles over top of one another and squeeze your knees in toward one another. Now, either holding your knees or arms down beside you, lift your shoulders and head and begin to rock and roll on your spine. But the more rounded you are, the more this should feel in your core. I'm lightly pushing down with my arms, so I have tension in my back muscles. Having a little fun rocking and rolling for 4, 3, 2, and one more time. And we'll use that last rock to come all the way up to a seat. Good. From here, we're going to still keep that cross, so maybe right ankle over top of left. Squeezing my legs in toward one another. Well, the knees don't have to touch because that contact point of the crossover of the ankle, squeezing that in should just help you feel that nice connection all the way through your legs and up into your core. From here, you're going to lean back, pick your feet up off the ground, reach your arms forward and hold. Pressing down with the arms, pulling the legs in toward one another and creating that lock in with the legs can help you feel more in your core and also your legs. A really bit everywhere. One more full breath. And release the feet down. Switch the cross of the legs. And we'll do it again. Leaning back, feet come off the ground, legs are squeezing in toward one another, especially with the hook. Arms are pressing down, engaged in the core. One more full breath. And releasing the feet back down. All right, core is engaged, hips are open, and now we will take flight for crow pose. So to start off, there's many variations, and I'm sure you guys are all experienced in crow in lots of different ways, and all birds are slightly different. Maybe we'll make this one a raven. Okay, so from here, you're going to take your knees wide apart, coming up onto the toes. And so if you do need to be elevated on something, you can probably find something or have a friend find a little brick or a block to stand on. But otherwise, heels can be lifted as the knees are apart just to get your arms through. Now there are a ton of variations of crow. One is a bone on bone where you're kind of doing a bone stack. That's fine. My way of doing it is engaging by putting my arms onto the inside so I can use my inner thigh muscles to squeeze. That way I can practice crushing anybody if I find them and I want to keep them around. So from here, I'm going to squeeze this way. I'm going to take my hands down and then start to tip my upper body forward. I'm making sure I'm pushing that floor away, and then maybe I just lift one leg at a time. Testing out if I'm ready to take flight. Whoop. Maybe even if it's just for a second. As you're playing around here, you can even play around with crossing your ankles if you get up there to get that connection of the squeeze in with your legs. If you're doing bone on bone, that's good. It looks a little like this. Eyes can be looking forward. I'm squeezing and spreading my fingers, so I'm active in my hands to pull energy up through my arms and shoulders. We should probably have a moment now where JJ demos his crow, probably way better than the yoga teachers today. So JJ, feel free to take your flight. Show us your caw. Maybe even a little twerk. Never fully got my handstand twerk, but I do have a headstand twerk. Special birthday treat. And after your crow and playing around, having some fun, doing some laughs, you can then take your hands down, feet off to the side, and come to lying on your back. Taking your arms wide like a capital T, palms facing the ceiling. Feet can be as wide as your yoga mat. Then let your knees go, fall to the right as your head rotates left. One more full breath here. And now lifting the knees and lowering them to the left. Didn't I say that? And looking over your right shoulder. Getting a twist through the spine, hips, chest. One more full breath. And now taking it as smooth as you like and as slow as you like. Knees go right, head left. Knees left, head right. Just allowing everything to slow down and relax. And we'll go one more time each way. There we go. From here, tucking both knees in towards your chest. Cross your right ankle over your left knee like you're going to a fancy tea party, and lower the legs to the left side. The closer the knees are into the chest, the more you should feel it through your hip and spine. First, if they're a little bit lower, might just feel it in the abdomen. I like to take mine up, and then I can even take that left hand and gently just coax the knees down, hips down, looking over my right shoulder. You can even move your right arm up and down if you have space. Move your head, neck, make sure everything's feeling a little relaxed in your jaw, your face. One more full breath. And lifting the legs back up to center, crossing the left over the right, like you're going to a fancy tea party, and lower the legs to the right-hand side. The closer the knees are in toward the chest, the more you should feel the stretch in your hips and low back spine. Right hand can be on top to just gently coax the knees down as you look over your left shoulder, maybe reaching the left arm up and down, rotating the head to make sure the jaw and face are relaxed. Relaxed jaw muscles, all the better to then eat a bunch of cake. Birthday cake. One more full breath. Lifting back through center. Releasing the legs straight out in front of you. Arms down beside you, or they can remain where they are. Wiggling any fingers or toes to settle into your Shavasana. Allowing the earth and ground to absorb. Let the legs relax. And Shavasana. Slowing the breath down. And visualizing a healing white light start to pass over your toes. Relaxing your feet. Relaxing your calves. Through the knees. Up through the thighs. Fully relaxed. Into your pelvis, your booty popper, fully relaxed. Moving through the abdomen, muscles of your back and sides, fully relaxed. Into the chest, arms, shoulders, fully relaxed. The healing light moves down through your arms and into the forearms. It extends all the way to the fingertips, fully relaxed. And that healing and relaxing white light now moving past your face. All the muscles of your neck, jaw, and face fully relaxed. Mind fully relaxed. Covered in this white and healing light, your body relaxes deeper into the earth and into your own breath. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, feeling yourself coming back into a new body and a new mind. Reaching your arms up, big stretch. And any remaining stress or tension in your body or mind, ball it up visually into a big fireball, pulling tension or stress from anywhere inside of your body. Now visualize that big fireball sitting right in your stomach. Take a full inhale through your nose, and an exhale, push it out through your mouth. Imagine any of that stress and that fire is leaving your body as you push it out. 2 more deep breaths in through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. releasing that fire. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. From there, slowly rolling to your side and pressing yourself up to a seat. I hope this practice allows you to feel free in your body so you may enjoy this beautiful weekend and honor our beautiful and wonderful booty poppin' friend, Mr. JJ. Taking a big inhale, reach your arms up and hands draw a line through heart center. And in honor of the strength within, namaste.